While Volkswagen desperately tries to erase the traces of its own past, Tesla seems to be 2 steps ahead, designing the future with the pen of simplicity. The Germans, now in the year 2026, are rushing to bring back the physical buttons they once eliminated, hastily redesigning their interiors and pushing the ID. Everyone lineup as a kind of salvation, all in an attempt to win back the audience they lost over recent years. But Tesla? It is not trying to please the past. It understands the present like no one else. And the Model 2 is proof of that. A car that at first glance appears almost too simple. Yet the moment you sit in the driver's seat, you realize that nothing is missing and nothing is unnecessary. The Model 2 was never meant to impress with gigantic screens or futuristic controls that look like they were borrowed from a spaceship. It was designed to achieve something far bolder, to be understood. Its experience is so clear and intuitive that even someone who has never driven an electric vehicle can use it like an old friend. Instead of hiding controls and burying functions under endless menus, it places everything exactly where your instincts expect to find it. And that, believe it or not, changes everything. Especially for those over 50 who do not want to feel like they need a degree in technology just to turn on the air conditioning. Tesla understood something the others didn't, that true luxury lies not in adding complexity, but in removing it. While other automakers fill dashboards with useless distractions, the Model 2 delivers only what matters, in the most direct way possible. It is not short on features, it simply refuses to overwhelm you with them. It adapts to the driver, instead of forcing the driver to adapt to it. And that, in the world of 2026, has become more valuable than any piece of synthetic leather trim with a fancy French name. One interesting detail stands out: about 20% of the storage and control areas inside the Model 2 are more accessible than in any previous Tesla. It sounds like a small number, but when you find your cup holder, phone, wallet, volume knob, and driving mode exactly where your hand expects them, you understand what that number really means. It feels like the car was built by people who actually live in the real world, not by engineers who design from behind computer screens. Tesla has abandoned technology for technology's sake. You know that feeling when a car tries too hard to show how much smarter it is than you. The Model 2 does not do that. It does not try to impress or humiliate you with gesture controls or confusing commands. It simply invites you to sit, drive, and feel good. Before we go further, if you appreciate how Tesla redefines simplicity, remember to subscribe to Auto Intel, where the future of cars, robots, and innovation comes alive through real insight, not hype. Now, back to what makes the Model 2 special. In a world dominated by cold, sterile interfaces, Tesla decided to take a human step. And that was no accident. It was a calculated, deliberate, and incredibly effective decision. That old idea that electric cars must look like tablets on wheels. Tesla tore that book apart. The Model 2's layout is clean, organized, and familiar. And that was intentional. In a recent study of drivers over 60, 65% said they prefer dashboards with a classic look, not a video game interface. Tesla listened and applied it. The result is a car that pleases those who love technology but don't want to feel lost inside their own vehicle. A car that welcomes rather than intimidates. This new design philosophy is being described as empathetic luxury. It is high-end, yet humble. Nothing inside the Model 2 screams for attention. Everything simply works. Tesla understood what the market wanted before the market itself did. But perhaps the most overlooked group Tesla had in mind are the elderly. By 2026, nearly 1/3 of all drivers in the United States will be over 60 years old. And Tesla saw an opportunity there that others ignored, to design for dignity. Look closely and you see the difference everywhere. The door height has been adjusted with millimeter precision to allow effortless entry, even for those with limited mobility. The seats now feature a 10-inch range of adjustment to make finding the perfect height and tilt easy, a blessing for anyone with arthritis or back pain. Even the grab handles beside the seats have been re-engineered. They have non-slip textures and are positioned using ergonomic data from real people, making it easier to exit the car naturally. Tesla seems to have studied not computer avatars but actual humans, parents, grandparents, getting in and out of real vehicles. But what's most striking is how Tesla considered the relationship between seniors and modern controls. While the industry speeds toward complexity, Tesla slowed down, literally. The senior mode on the dashboard is a first of its kind. Larger icons, simpler language, slower voice guidance, and gentle color tones that don't strain the eyes. It's as if the car whispers, "Relax. I understand you." This attention extends even to the lighting. Tesla chose warm LED tones of around 3000 Kelvin to reduce eye strain during night driving. When you open the door in the dark, a soft glow appears at your feet, gently lighting the ground, reducing the risk of tripping, something that still causes thousands of accidents every year. Even the interior materials were chosen with care. The synthetic surfaces resist wear 60% longer and are effortless to clean, a small but meaningful advantage for many older owners who value low-maintenance durability. Tesla's choices weren't assumptions, they were backed by real behavioral data. The Model 2 is not a car that treats age as a weakness. It's a car that treats experience with respect. It offers comfort and simplicity without being patronizing. It says, "You've lived enough to deserve better." While competitors cram more touchscreens into dashboards, Tesla went the other way, back to balance. The Model 2 combines physical buttons with intelligent software. It's a mix of classic instinct and modern logic. And this, surprisingly, is revolutionary again. For years, brands like Volkswagen tried to digitize everything, turning even the air conditioner into a maze of touchscreen menus. The backlash came fast, especially from older drivers. Tesla saw this mistake and learned. The Model 2 brings back real, tactile buttons. Positioned within centimeters of the steering wheel, each one designed with surgical precision. The philosophy is simple: critical functions must never depend on Wi-Fi, sensors, or clean fingers. These buttons are not nostalgic. They are essential. Each measures about 2 inches wide, with its own illumination and distinct texture, working even with gloves or wet hands. And they are not scattered randomly, they are grouped strategically for muscle memory. The result is safer, faster, more natural driving. Tesla did not abandon artificial intelligence, it simply learned to integrate it wisely. The car still updates wirelessly, still adapts with time, still responds to your voice. But the essentials will always work, even if the software crashes. Emergency lights, headlights, air conditioning, all respond to a simple click. That decision came directly from research. More than half of senior drivers admitted they fear being stuck if the car's screen freezes. Tesla listened and turned that fear into engineering. The Model 2 even allows customization of some controls, but not all. The main buttons never change position. Stability first. The secondary ones can be adjusted to suit personal preference. It is the perfect balance between tradition and innovation. And the cost of this approach? Barely noticeable, yet the impact is enormous. A few dollars more in production, but an immeasurable leap in user satisfaction. Tesla proved that simplicity can be luxury when executed with intelligence. When it comes to pricing, Tesla again breaks convention. Everyone talks about affordability, but the Model 2 actually delivers it. Beyond its entry price, it is designed for low maintenance, minimal operational costs, and seamless updates. For many, that means spending less than $4,000 per year, a figure unheard of in the modern electric market. The key is Tesla's ecosystem. The car is just the beginning. Software updates cost about $15 a month and bring real improvements, often increasing range by over 10% annually. Add to that the savings from Tesla's supercharger network, around 30% cheaper than regular public chargers, and you begin to see the bigger picture. There's also something few mention: Tesla's remote service. Around 40% of senior drivers have mobility challenges, so Tesla brings maintenance directly to them through mobile service. No long waits, no confusion, just convenience. Insurance, too, becomes more affordable. Thanks to sensors and automation, Tesla collects detailed driving data that proves reliability, allowing insurance premiums to drop by as much as 25% for older drivers. Altogether, the Model 2 offers something few cars can: predictability. Owners know their exact costs month to month, free from unexpected repair bills or fuel spikes. That is not just savings, that is peace of mind. And for retirees or anyone living on a fixed income, peace of mind is priceless. The Model 2 doesn't just promise affordability, it delivers dignity through intelligent design, empathy through engineering, and value through simplicity. It is not just an affordable car, it is a human-centered experience in motion. Tesla has once again proved that the future isn't about showing off technology, it's about making technology disappear until all that's left is the feeling of ease, trust, and confidence. And that, more than any feature, is what makes the Model 2 timeless. This is Auto Intel, where the future begins.